Although it's Eddie's journey to reaching the Olympics and jumping there, we've created a story that's really about two guys who set out on a journey together and become friends. And that's really the human element of it. That's the part that really gets me excited about how do we create a story about two guys who become really good friends, and how do they help and influence and change each other's lives. And of course, for the actors, that's what's interesting, I think.
Great actors. Look, as a director, I'll always, if you look at the pedigree of actors I've worked with, there's a reason for it, because they make me look a lot better. And it's a lot easier directing someone that you're just tweaking sometimes. And, Hugh and Taron are as good as they get.
Set and action, please.
In a way, these two characters are complete opposites. And in every scene, even the way it's staged, everything from the drink of the milk to the whiskey, their experience, all of this stuff are opposites. There's something that kind of connects them. And actually, it's weird. You can kind of act it if you don't have it naturally in life. But I think Taron and I have a good connection, and so it makes it a lot easier.
We kind of came to all came together like that with me and Hugh. I think, if I'd said I can't work with Hugh Jackman, I have every confidence Matthew would have said, well, we'll find someone else, Taron, obviously. You have to consciously work towards finding a good relationship. But if you're really, really lucky and it's just the right matching of people, it just feels like you get this little motor behind you for free, and you just kind of naturally enjoy each other's company.
So we start with me?
I'll start with me, bloody sweet.
Cool.
When I persuaded Hugh to do it, I made poor Taron screen test with Hugh. And Taron was a bit like, why? And I said, because the screen test is for you, meaning your protection just as much as it's mine. Chemistry, you do not know what actors will have that chemistry. Just by putting two movie stars in a room, sometimes they cancel each other out. It just doesn't work.
You realise the time to start jumping is when you're like 5 or 6.
Thanks. The Swedes already told me that.
Oh, really? Did they tell you the completely wrong body shape? Like, completely? You got the wrong skis, too, pal.
Yeah, well, when I want to know how to get pissed and drive a snowplow, I'll give you a call. And we went and we did this screen test, and it went really well. It was really good. We had a real fun time. There was a kind of feel-good factor, not only between me and Hugh, but also with Dexter as well. It just felt like it worked.
The point is, you should be fixing rust buckets. You should be coaching.
Okay, pal, that is a PV200 with a multiplex tiller.
No, but
all right? That is a beautiful piece of machinery.
I'm just saying, if I had your pedigree and experience...
Well, you don't.
Come on.
Hey, but I won't get any better unless you help me.
Really? Then you won't get any better.
We put Hugh and Taron together, and 3 seconds later, they were sparking and laughing and had exactly the right tone between them. And I was like, yep, Taron, you got the role.
I'll get you your moment, mein Freund.
Really?
Give me that.
Right, when do we start?
Now.
That quality we found in that room has really kind of stood the test of time, and the whole time we've shot, it just feels like it's gone from strength to strength. And Hugh and I very quickly had a laugh, really, and it felt very familiar. And we started taking the mickey out of each other, and all those little things, all those little shorthands you build up, like little silly catchphrases, that we'll have forgotten in 6 months' time, but made us laugh hysterically now. That's what you say in America, innit? Neat milk.
Say it with an American accent.
I drink neat milk. Well, that was good.
Right, you get to the top and go forward. After a couple of weeks, they were clicked into gear, and for a director, that's great, because you don't want to be getting in there and saying things that are going to mess it up. That's the big worry. You want to, if it's working, if it ain't broke, you've got to be able to go, I don't need to do anything, and that's okay. Hugh, I think he enjoyed that, and he enjoyed Taron's performance, and Taron enjoyed impressing him, and then that was the real relationship that I wanted for the film, and that became a real thing, because Taron realised that he was working with a very skillful actor, a very experienced guy, and wanted to impress him.
Not that. Hand it. There. Huh?
Push me off.
What was it, me?
You pushed me off.
Wasn't me. Come on. Let's go. Come on. I've got a lot of time for Taron Egerton as an actor and as a person. He's young. Oh, I'm doing these interviews. He's a young kid. I'm here. But he really is supremely talented. I can't think of anyone else really who could go 1 year from Kingsman to being this sort of action hero, and then the next thing doing Eddie the Eagle, you know, and playing Eddie. But he can really, I believe, do anything. What's with the fluff? You having a crisis of confidence?
This is not fluff, actually. This is a moustache.
Oh.
Nice. Hugh's not afraid to make himself look daft, and is a very open, engaged person. Hugh makes a point when he arrives of knowing everybody's name on set, and I mean, there's a lot of people on set, you know. He's a really tremendous chap, and yeah, it never felt like effort really. It's been one of those jobs where you really look forward to coming to work.
And Taron very subtly changes on set as the camera's rolling, and all of a sudden Eddie's there. And I wouldn't call it an exact impersonation or an imitation. It's just he's got the essence of that character. And I have to just say, I think Eddie's going to be very, very happy because he's funny, and he's ultimately very charming and very winning, and never self-pitying. He just always has that kind of British grit where I'll make it work, and he's positive, and you can't help but love him. And that's Taron. He's really brought that, I think, and he's doing a remarkable job.
I want people to connect with Peary and Eddie, and I want people to really get behind them and care about them and care about this little story we've created.
Taron. Working with him has been just a blast. I'll miss it. Whatever I've thrown at him, he always comes back with something even better. I mean, it's a joy to work with him, honestly.
It's been really, really, really fun. And yeah, he's gone now. I miss him, actually. We had a really good time together.